Hi everyone, Linda Heldman here for Canadian Beats. I have with me on the phone today Shawn Meehan from the Canadian country music group Me and Mae. Welcome, Shawn.
Well, thank you. Linda, you did it. You pronounced my last name properly. Thank you.
I tried.
Thank you so much.
I hate mispronouncing anyone's name because I don't like people mispronouncing my name. Not like it's really hard, but...
Well, Linda, I could see how people have mispronounced that, but yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
No, it's the Heldman.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, seriously, Heldman. What's so hard about it? But,
Yeah,
no, it's...
Well, in my case, it is difficult. I mean, that's probably how I'd say it if I didn't know Meehan, you know what I mean? So I don't really blame people for doing it.
It's a silent H.
Yes.
It's like...
Yes, silent H.
It's like Dunham. You don't say Dunham, it's Dunham.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
There you
go. Got it. I don't know, the Irish just have a thing with H's. I don't know what it is.
Not a problem. And it's actually because of your last name, which is how the band kind of got its name, right?
Yeah, we were going to combine, well, that was the goal. We wanted a name that sounded like Fleetwood Mac, this grandiose name. So we were going to put two last names together. So we put my last name, and then we put the singer at the time, the first singer we had, her last name. And it just didn't have Meehan Mae. I just knew that's how people were going to say it, Meehan Mae. So no, that doesn't work. So we just thought we'd mess with it and spell it out how it sounds. So we went Me and Mae, and at the time, Mumford and Sons were really big. They just won the Grammy a few years back. I thought, I kind of like sort of an and in the name too. So I thought, that's sort of, and I love how it's completely grammatically incorrect. It shows our rebellious side.
Yes, all those grammar Nazis out there going, it's Mae and I. No, it's not. It's Me and Mae.
No, it's not. I can't tell you how many often too will be in a radio interview. Hi, we've got Mae and me here in the studio. No. They just can't do it. They're so conditioned. They can't. No, I can't do it. I can't say it improperly. Yeah.
It's like song titles that have the word ain't in them.
Yeah.
Ain't is not a word. Yeah, but it works really well in a country song.
Yeah, that's right. We make our own rules, man.
That's right.
That's right.
I like that. So, speaking of singers, you currently have a new singer on board with you.
Yeah, we're kind of like, I'm starting to feel like a reality singing TV show here. We're just revolving singers. We're kind of like every year, it's a contest. No. Yes, we have a brand new singer. The best one we've ever worked with. I'm telling you, we were in the studio with her yesterday for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we'd done lots of rehearsing and stuff, but the first time we actually go to record a new song, blown away. I mean, the industry standard is, even all the great ones, you have to comp the vocals, which means, you record a bunch of tracks, and then, you pick the best sections, and then you auto-tune it a little bit, and you massage it in the track, and, it sounds great. Not with this girl. I have never seen, even the engineer's looking over at me, and she's doing these full lines, and we don't have to tune it, don't have to comp it, anything. Just an incredible talent. And, yeah, and she's so young. She's only 17.
Really?
So,
wow.
Just amazing. You'd never know it, though. You'd never know it. I mean, we were reluctant, actually, to go with a 17-year-old. We had auditioned a few singers, and we thought she was actually, because, the fellow that had set up the auditions, Darcy Deutsch, he basically had set up, I've got a 17-year-old, a 21-year-old, and a 31-year-old. So she comes in, she's the first person walks in, and as she's walking, I'm looking over, I'm wishfully thinking, that's the 21-year-old, right? That's the, anybody over 17-year-olds, really, I didn't care whether she was 31 or 21, I just wanted to be, she was over 17, because we were concerned with, momagers and all that stuff, and dealing with a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
You'd never know it. We've already hit the road with her, and I forget how young she is. I forget how she is such a pro and so mature. And I think it's in part because she comes from a great family, because I've gotten to know her family, and her parents came on the road with us as well when we went to California and stuff. So, yeah, she's great. A long answer. Sorry about that.
That's okay. That's okay. And her name is Caitlin Canning.
Yes.
Alrighty. Just putting that out there. Hey, Caitlin, welcome to the band. I'm looking forward to hearing you.
Yeah, you will. She'll blow your mind. She's a great singer.
It's amazing to me, and I'm finding it more and more. A lot of these under 20 artists, they're just old souls and young bodies. They're just phenomenal.
Yes.
They just Blow me
Yes,
away.
you just nailed it. If I had to describe her in one sentence, that would be the sentence.
Yep.
She's an old
Yep.
soul, and I can't believe it. Like, even, we'll sit in rehearsals, and she's the strongest singer in the band, and collectively between the rest of us, because we're a vocal driven band, we do a lot of 4-part harmonies, and we should do different singers to do different leads and all that kind of stuff. And collectively, like, it feels like we have 100 years experience. And she walks in, and she basically has taken over. She's the best singer in the room, and I have to remind myself, this is a 17-year-old. That's incredible,
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. She's an old soul.
Wow. That's great. So you say before we got recording, you were saying that you're actually been in the studio and writing and doing some fun stuff like that recently.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, we came back from California, and we showcased for one label in particular, and a bunch of writers and producers and all that stuff. And basically, now Clyde, our manager, is pressuring us. I need songs. Give me songs. We got to record an EP in the next few months. So literally the day after the showcase, when he told me that, Ben and I, banjo player, guitar player, has been with us for 4 years. We were rooming together on this trip, and we thought, well, we better get to work. And this song came out really, really quickly called "Where the Good Times Roll." It was just one of those. We were talking about a song. We were just had a couple acoustic guitars. We had time to kill down there, and the song came out very quickly. So we thought, man, we have to record this. So as soon as we got home, we booked a session, and we spent all day yesterday recording. And then there's more coming. We're gonna be doing a lot more recording as well.
Great. Now, you say you were showcasing. This is for, and we're not sure the correct pronunciation, whether it's Nam or Nom.
We don't know.
Nam or Nom. The Nam. The Nom.
We don't know. I guess it depends where you're from. I don't know.
It stands for National
Tomato.
Yeah. It stands for National Association of Musical Merchants. And it's this. Explain it.
Well, it's the largest music trade show in the world. And the reason why Clyde literally, our manager, spent the last 4 years getting us on that bill. The reason is the whole music industry shows up to this thing. All the players, all these huge players from around the world that he's friends with. All the labels show up. All the merchants show. Like, everybody shows up. So you play there. And if you do it properly, it's a good chance to start an industry buzz. And I think that's what he wanted to do, and I think I'd like to think that's what started. So hence why he's pressuring us to get a bunch of new songs up.
And even to be able to get a spot to play down there has to be a major accomplishment.
Yeah, I'm not even going to ask how he did it. I don't want to incriminate myself. I don't have that sort of plausible deniability there. But
he knows the right people. We'll just put it that way. He knows the right people.
Exactly. He knows a lot of people who know a lot of people. But he got us one of the sweetest spots, 9 o'clock Friday night in the Hilton. Like, what more could you...
That's
prime.
The place
was packed before we went on. It was just like... that couldn't find a sweeter spot. I mean, I guess maybe outside on the main stage, but the weather was so bad, we were better off inside anyway. So...
And we were talking earlier about this before we started recording. I'm a little envious. You actually got to meet Stevie Wonder.
Wow, yeah, that was a trip. He's and he exceeded our expectations. He is one of the sweetest human beings I've ever met. He was just so kind and gentle and funny, and he took the time. It was one of those things where he was, a lot of people were meeting him, and a lot of people, he was barraged. We didn't want to take up too much of his time, and it was almost like he ended it, or we had to end the conversation because he would have kept going. It was one of those, we didn't want to impose on him, and I didn't feel that we did it all. Like, I didn't get that feeling from him. He was very kind, and we joked about wanting to move to Canada, after the current political situation in the States. And but yeah, he was a very sweet guy.
Great. And you were talking before that you met, refresh my memory, last year.
So many people. Who did I meet before that? 2 years earlier, the first time I went down. This is a neat story. It's funny. It was fate, or it was coincidence. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. But we go to take a break in the lobby. We leave the convention. Clyde and I. We sit down, and I go at the last minute. I go, I gotta go to the washroom. I'll be right back. So I walk over, and as I'm walking out of the washroom, this older black gentleman in a nice suit walks by me, and I went, and I had one of those moments. No. And I looked again, And then I walked out, and I noticed there was a wheelchair with an entourage, these bodyguards, and a couple ladies holding clipboards. I'm like, yes, it is who I think it is. And I go, that's Quincy. I whisper to one of the ladies, that's Quincy Jones in there, right? Yes, we're waiting for him. I said, do you mind if I take a picture? Not at all. So she held my phone, and I just waited by the wheelchair.
I was going to say Quincy Jones, and I thought, no, hey, I don't think that's right. But okay, I was.
Yeah, it was. And again, another very cool guy. And that to me, I'm waiting for my wife to finish, the 8x10 so I can put it in my office. She promised me. But yeah, no, it's that was one of those highlights for me. And it was really weird because most people didn't really know who he was. They were just walking by. And to me, he's just so legendary. I was like, oh, this is one of the probably the greatest producer of all time. Right?
Exactly. So, and he's worked with everybody in the States.
Oh,
like musically,
anybody's anybody, and
exactly.
And it's amazing. We look at his story. I mean, he started way back. Like he's responsible for almost every era of American music. Jazz, blues, R&B, rock. Like, the whole evolution. There'd be, I don't know, there'd be a different industry, I think, without him in it.
Absolutely.
That's crazy when you think about it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it.
I
love it.
Cool.
I love it.
We could go on like 20 minutes on that topic. But we got to stay on point. We don't want to upset your editors here.
So this is an event that you have been frequenting the past several years.
Well, I've gone. Clyde, my manager, has gone every year, I think, for years. But that was my third time in the last 4 years.
Great.
Yes, and I'll keep going. It's my Disneyland.
Wow.
For sure.
You got to take me one time. 1 year, I got to go. It just sounds absolutely fascinating.
Oh, you have to. It's amazing. It's you can never get it all in 1 year. And that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. That's what I keep telling my wife. No, I got to go back. It's getting...
I just know what things like the CCMAs are like, and how busy I am for the 5 days that it's on. It's like sleep, forget about it. You have a hotel room so that you can shower, power nap, and move on to the next thing, because you can go 24 hours a day.
Oh yeah,
it's
crazy. You're never going to get it all in. It's just you just do as much as you can while you're there. So that's what it was like down there. It's just, and it's California. I love California, so.
Well, you can't beat the weather down there for sure.
No, well, but you know what though? This time, of course, it never ever. I ran into one guy who'd gone 5 years in a row and never rained. I was talking to an executive producer of a TV show we're playing, and he's been there. He's from Quebec. That's sort of how we hit it off and how I knew him. And he was there every second week for over a year. Every second week he flew in for a year. He didn't see one day of rain. We go down there, it rains the whole time, except for the last day we're there. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, from Vancouver, it rains all the time.
Okay,
yeah, let's get away from the rain. Nope, followed us down.
Blame it on Me and Mae that it rained in California. Oh my goodness.
Oh God. Oh well, it's all good. We got over it. We were okay. Yeah.
So,
not like we weren't used to it.
What does 2017 have in store for you as far as tours, festivals? We all love summer music festival season. It's crazy busy time of the year.
Definitely, for sure. That's it's an interesting point in the band, because when I first approached Clyde to manage this band almost 5 years ago, 5 years, and I guess we're going on 5 years, he basically said, it's going to take at least 5 years before people start taking you seriously. That's how I did it with other bands that he developed. And I said, that's fine. And I can feel that tipping point starting to happen. That attention we're getting in the States now, more attention up here as well. We got nominated for Group of the Year for the BCCMAs. So I can feel, it's really neat. It's kind of, and like to be in the same category as Washboard Union, like that was really cool.
That has to be.
Like 3 top 10 hits. We have no hits yet. So, you know what I mean? That was pretty cool. But yeah, we have, one thing Clyde's been really good at is getting us on the festival circuit. Again, one of those things where I don't ask too many questions. I just, that's great. Because I'm noticing everyone else on the bill has a song on the radio except for us yet. So I don't know. Maybe, I don't know what he's doing. But anyways, yeah. So we've lined up, we've got some anchor dates already. I think there's a festival in the interior BC where we're going to be opening for Amberchette and George Canyon. I know there's another one here in Cloverdale. It's a big fundraiser that happens every year that has a bunch of big headliners on it. And there's a lot more coming. And I think the goal is to try to get a single out by the summer and not come home for a few years. That's the goal.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love your last single, by the way. Feel Good Feeling.
Thank you.
Great
Thank you.
song. Love the harmonies in it. It's it's country, but it's got that rock and roll edge to it, and it makes you want to get up and move, which is
Well,
great.
that's sort of where we come from, right? Like we're when people say you guys are a country band, I say we're more of a country rock band,
Hmm.
or sort of a modern. I don't know. Sometimes you can also say it's pop too. Like it just depends on the song. Like we don't like our favorite band in the world that we model ourselves around is the Eagles, and those guys never really put limits on themselves.
No.
Like and the cool thing about them is you couldn't really put them in the genre. They got lots of country airplay,
Hmm.
and some of their songs sounded quite country, yet other songs sounded just as rocking as anything else that was on the radio at the time. So, and that's sort of kind of, we don't really worry about that. We just kind of do our thing and then hope people pay attention.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, sorry, Jenna, we have gone over time here, but
Oh no.
that's all right. Not too
Hope your
bad.
editing
Not too
skills are
bad.
good.
So we will wrap up. But
Yeah.
thank you so much, Shawn, for talking with me today. I've really enjoyed it. Uh,
Thank you.
I know
And
I know what we talked before, and I'm sure when we wrap up, there's going to be a little bit more conversation.
Oh yeah, it's an honor to be interviewed by you guys. So thank you very much. It's nice to show up on your radar.
Well, we strongly promote Canadian acts. We love the up and coming acts because they're the ones who need the support the most. Uh, if you're George Canyon or Brett Kissel, you don't need the help as much as someone like you or
Yeah.
any other up and coming band. So we're always happy
Yeah.
to help and support.
And that is very cool. And on behalf of all us indie artists, thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Um, and I do hope you get out to Ontario at some point because I'd love to meet you guys.
Oh, we will. We will. We were there 2 summers ago. We certainly plan on coming back for sure.
That's right. You played Havelock.
Yeah, we played Havelock. That was awesome. That
Yes.
was really cool. There was a couple other festivals too. There was one Northern
Manitoulin Country Fest. That's in my neck of the woods.
That's a great festival. Have you ever been to that one? Like, it's not a big one.
Actually, I have to admit, last year was my first year attending, and KT says to me, like, really? You've been up here since 2008, and this is your first Manitoulin Country Fest. And I hung my head. I said, I'm so sorry. But, I'm prepped to go again this year. Michelle Wright, Washboard Union, the Abrams, Megan Patrick, they've already got a very long list.
What's interesting is it's not a huge festival. Like it's I think they get about 5,000 to 8,000 people. It's kind of more of an intimate festival, but they spend the money, man. Like they bring in the headline acts, and they are we have never been, like, we were treated so well at that festival. They treated us no differently than the big headliners.
Yes.
We had our own trailer. They catered to us. I couldn't believe how we're so used to the opposite, where not complaining. It just is what it is. You're a baby band and you don't expect much. You're just grateful for the gig, and you're changing your clothes outside behind the stage somewhere, and you're tuning your guitar, whatever it is, and you're kind of sneaking in to steal some food off the catering tray, whatever. But it was unbelievable how well. That's one of my. I remember them for that reason. We're treated so well there. I was so impressed.
They're truly a class act, and
they are.
From a media
Absolutely.
perspective, I will say that they were definitely in my top 3 of the best summer festivals for media.
Yeah.
Because
oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, cool.
It's like I had no problem taking pictures. I had no problem setting up interviews. They're just very, very accommodating.
Yes.
And
yes, if I had to narrow it down to that, they were super accommodating. I couldn't believe, like, they check in on us every 15 minutes. Is everything okay? Meanwhile, we got a whole plate of food and drinks. We're just fine. We're okay. So yeah, it was neat.
Should definitely get you back there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm thinking. I know they're working hard to get us back out this summer. So we'll see. We might get lucky and get back on that bill.
That'd be great. Perfect. Alrighty. Well, thank you again so much for your time, Shawn.
Thank you.
We've been chatting with Shawn Meehan from Me and Mae. Please check them out on their website and their social media. And I am Linda Heldman for Canadian Beats.